Welcome back to the Fortress. It's Ryan the Kryptonian Collector back with a brand new video, and I gotta tell you guys, today this one is going to be a behemoth. It's gonna take me a little while to get into this thing, but let's get this thing unboxed and let's take a look at it. So, we're back again with a brand new video, and today we're gonna be taking a look at this Bat Cave by Jazzinc Collectibles. And I gotta tell you, I'm very excited. I've got two Jazzinc pieces already in my collection. I have the Bat Signal over on my 1/6 scale Snyderverse Batman v Superman Man of Steel shelf. And I've got the Batmobile from Jazzinc underneath my 1/3 scale display. Right now, I'm working on some different display options, but this guy has come in. I am probably going to have to put this underneath my 1/3 scale display on those shelves because this thing is big. It's really big. So, in getting this out of the box, I'm probably not going to film as much as I usually do, but we're going to take a look. But that being said, my one main concern at this time is, unfortunately, the box is heavily damaged from what I typically get. I'm counting at least 5 or 6 different punctures all over the box. This was delivered by UPS, and I have tried multiple shippers. I've tried Canada Post. I've had USPS come up through Canada Post. I've tried FedEx, I have an account with, and I've tried Purolator. Multiple different companies. UPS delivered this one, and unfortunately, this thing took quite a bit of damage. The box was clearly marked as fragile. I did take it out just to see the state of the box after I saw the initial damage. But I'm just really hoping right now that there is no damage to this thing, because I've been waiting over a year to get this Batcave diorama in here to start my third display shelf or third module case display area. So, yeah, without further ado, let's crack into it. Got my trusty knife, which I don't know if I need yet. I think it just pops open, so I don't really even need a knife. All right, so on screen, you should see the back. Some of the damage you will see, but it just has the clips on the side, so we're gonna take it out this way. I'm going to try to film some of it, but this thing is very awkward, so let's try it. So, luckily there is lots of styrofoam so far in it. There we go. It looks like it's well packaged, but honestly, I don't know how secure and safe it will be inside. I'm gonna fight with this thing. It's gonna be a fight. All right, this is gonna take me a minute. I'll be right back with this thing out of the box. Okay, so I finally got the box off, and it's wrapped up pretty well. The knife might actually make an appearance in this, but I'm gonna get this all unwrapped. I'm just gonna get the thing out and just kind of show you what it looks like deconstructed. It's very flexible on top, which is why the box had a bit of a indent. They obviously put something on top of it. It was fragile. The bottom seems to be where the top and bottom of the diorama will be. But I'm excited to get it open and see the instructions. It's going to take me a minute to get this thing open, and I'm not going to try to film that. So I will be right back with you guys again when it's fully unpackaged. Okay, so the one thing I can tell you right now is the plastic wrap is off. You can see they've got it really well packaged. Kudos to Jazzinc for that. On the very end here, I can see some of the metal rods that I believe hold the top and bottom of the Batcave together. Some of the styrofoam is a little bit broken. It's well wrapped and packed. The electronics are noticeable or visible on the underside, and it looks like a lot of the other accessories are in this main block of styrofoam with this tiny sheet. And yeah, so there we go. I'm getting a little bit closer, and hopefully this will only take me another couple minutes. This is a bit of a workout, but when I get back, we should have this thing completely unboxed, I hope. Okay, so after a little bit of work, and thankfully to my trusty knife, I have most of the piece, or the diorama out. This, I'm believing, is the backboard to the whole thing. These two are the top and bottom. Let's see if I can get this thing to actually top and bottom. I've got the main back computer over in here. Get some. Oh, I just found the instructions, which are going to be extraordinarily helpful. And there's the chair. Some, I'd assume, connector pieces. I'm not quite sure what this is. At first I thought this might be the backing piece, and then the rods for the front, I believe. Yeah, but I've got all of it basically out except for the back computer. I'm going to read the instructions because this is my first time with a diorama of this size, and I really don't want to screw this up. This is going to be a very big piece to my collection, and yeah. But we're going to get this thing out, and when it is ready to go, I will be back with a Batman for scale's sake. And yeah, wish me luck, guys. This could take a while. Here we are, almost 3 hours later. I finally got it all built up. I'm going to put a QR code on screen if I can right now. This is the QR code if you have this diorama. Definitely watch this video put out by Jazzinc. It will absolutely guide you through the step-by-step process of building this thing. I got to tell you, I was a little bit skeptical about how beautiful this thing would be when it's all lit up, but honestly, the cameras don't do it justice. No pun intended. It looks fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted when I saw the prototype and the production and everything going into it. Even before I knew they were only making the DX, that is the piece I wanted. And here it is in my collection. Now, you may ask, where's Batman? We're going to get him out here in just a moment, but I just wanted a moment to just kind of take a look front facing how it will look on your shelf. Now, I'm going after the module case soon to be able to display this in, but like I said, it is going to have to sit on my 1/3 scale statue display for a while with the Batmobile, which will also accompany this piece. I've got great ideas for the display options on these, and I can't wait to get them put into action. I do, however, hope that someday we get a Superman Man of Steel type fortress diorama from Jazzinc, because they do fantastic work. All these monitors are on a loop, the pictures are amazing, and it just adds realism to your collection. With that said, let's take a look at a few of the specifics. Now, zooming in, we can see aspects of the screen. We can see KG Beast, or Knyzev, stocks, the Metropolis skyline where Superman and Zod fought, the Bat array of weapons. Pretty cool Wayne Industries logo right there. Just some great stuff. There's the Batmobile. This diorama is going to pair beautifully with the Bat diorama, or the Batmobile, sorry. And we've got different, it seems to sync through the same things. There's a good one. There's the man himself, Man of Steel, Superman flying up. Batman was so scared of him, but we won't get into that right now. So what does it come with other than that, I say? As you can see, it's all held up from the roof of this diorama, and there are brackets that hold it in place. The desk also has its light ups. Keyboards with the mouse, you get 3 each. I think this is to move the cameras around on his security stuff. I put one on either side there. And then here's the chair, which honestly kind of moves quite easily actually. A little harder on here, but if I get it out here on my countertop, yeah, it's about the same. And right over here, we're just gonna take a little step over here. And right over here, I've added a piece I've been waiting to add to this diorama forever. The tech cowl, the tech cowl from Batman v Superman, which came with my original purchase of my Batman 1/6 scale figure from Hot Toys, and I put it on the desk. I want to add to this diorama at some point, and honestly, I think this will just look amazing with it. I also have the damaged armor version of Batman, which I was deciding to sell. If it does not sell within the next few months, when I get this up, it is a very good chance that this diorama will get that armor used as well. I do have to note that the new armored Batman does come with the damaged armor as well, so I'm thinking about using that. So it wouldn't be the biggest thing. I have decided to sell the 1/6 scale damaged armor. But look at that. Got it all lights up on the desk. I got some styrofoam still. But with that being said, let's get the man himself out and take a look and see what he looks like in the diorama. And there we go. Batman is in his Batcave. I have put the original 1.0 in here for scale purposes, just because he's the one I have kind of standing with my Batmobile in my display at the moment. As some of my subscribers and some of viewers know, I am going to eventually be taking this guy apart and just taking out the mouth and the eyes and just leaving the costume with a custom cake, probably from Jackson Zoo, to display in his armory section, which I'm going to build onto this diorama as well. Because I just do not like the cape. It's weird and more of a plastic, very unposable. So I'm going to get rid of that one. But the suit for the most part is still okay. I have the 2.0, which is going to be my Batman in his suit sitting at the desk. The 2.0 with the head sculpt is probably going to take the place sitting at this desk, and then when I get the in-art piece, it will be the Batman that I display with Superman from in-art, my Batman v Superman. And yeah, that is my idea right now for this diorama. I think the price was great on this diorama. I think the building was fairly easy. It did take me about two and a half hours to get it all unboxed and to deal with the massive amount of styrofoam. I have to give a huge shout out to Jazzinc. I'm extraordinarily excited to have this finally in my collection. And UPS, you guys got to be careful, because I was thinking it would be so easy if Jazzinc hadn't packaged this thing together so well for one of those monitors or one of the plates or brackets to be destroyed in shipping. And, you know, when you're paying that much money for a diorama and it says fragile on all sides of the box, UPS, do better. That's about my only rant for that one. The only other thing I'm going to mention before I go here is, and again, mind the styrofoam, I just cannot get rid of any of it. I'm going to see if I can get you in back here. You can see right there, down there, if I can actually get you, it actually plugs into USB drives. Pretty simple, but it does take a little bit of time to connect them if you have bigger hands such as mine. But overall, definitely worth it. Now, I'm wondering how I'm going to get this all plugged in so it can work with smart technology. I do have my bat signal hooked up with my smart equipment, and unfortunately the bat signal is no longer working, so I'm gonna have to get that fixed somehow. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna kind of sit with this thing for a couple days, and I will be back with my final thoughts on the Jazzinc 1/6 scale Bat Cave or Bat Computer diorama. Here we are in the future. I've been living with this piece for about a week and a half now in my collection, in my display. And unfortunately, the only issue I'm having right now is that it is not in a Modu case. I am looking at pre-ordering the DF120. I'm actually looking at getting 3 DF120s, one of which will house this diorama. Now, I think I talked about this maybe at the start, and I've talked with friends about my ideas for this diorama. I really do want to make it an integral part of my collection and my Modu case display cabinet for my 1/6 scale stuff. But as of right now, it is sitting under my 1/3 scale shelves, and honestly, it hurts to know that it's down there, but at some point I know it's going to all be worth it. But I digress. I've been living with it for the week and a half, and it honestly draws your eyes to it, mainly because of those switching monitors, the image switches so often. It just draws your eyes back to it. The movement of the monitors 100% does. If you guys have a collection, a 1/6 scale collection, if you have a Batman figure, definitely go out and get yourselves this piece. As far as I know, there's only 250 of them that Jazzinc has created, and unfortunately I think they are sold out. If you cannot get one from them, I'd say scour the internet. It's going to be extremely difficult to get one. I did pick it up when I did because I did not want to miss out on it. I think I got it probably early on in its release, and I gotta say, I love Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, where the Batcave plays a vital role in both, and you could set up any scenes. Now, which Batman am I gonna go with? That has been the main issue I've been having. I have multiple Batmans. I've recently just picked up the armored Batman. I have since decided to sell off the battle damaged armored Batman that I have, because the new one did come with the battle damaged armor, which I'm going to try to work into the alternate display and just kind of work it around so that it looks really good. As of right now though, the idea is to take my Hot Toys Batman, the original Ben Affleck Batman from Batman v Superman. I've already taken out the mouthpiece, as you see in some of these photos, and it is standing on the 2.0 base at the moment near the diorama set. And my whole plan is to put that thing into a cabinet, or try to find, and I think there was one when I was originally looking back in the day, but I want to find something I can put the Batsuit in and make it look like the Batcave. Now this diorama, the Bat Computer, is going to sit on the second shelf, the second Modu case. They're going to be stacked to the left of my cabinet, and I'm going to have the diorama on the second shelf, along with the Batsuit. Whenever I get that figured out, that kind of diorama I'm going to make up or find a way to make. And underneath is going to be the Batmobile. I'm actually going to be looking into getting some sort of a transparent computer screen, as you see in Batman v Superman. I'll try to put a photo of it on here, and I'm going to try to light that up from behind in the Modu case, as well as have the lighting system in the Modu case as well. But if I keep the light off, I'm going to try to get it lit up so it has that red hue, because on the back panel behind the Batmobile, when it's in the Batcave, and this will be on the bottom DF120, I'm going to have it all lit up. It's a crazy idea I've got in my head right now, but I'm just absolutely going for it. Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. That's not, but those thoughts are for another video entirely. Anyways, guys, I just have to say that right now like I might have mentioned earlier in the video, I am currently thinking that I'm going to be putting the Batman 2.0 figure with the head sculpt, the Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne head sculpt, in the Batcave, or the Bat computer diorama, and just have him sitting there with the 1.0 as the costume in the background. I'm also thinking about taking the damage out of the 2.0 die-cast version of the battle armor and putting that maybe on a 1/6 scale pulley or rack like he had in the Batcave in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then finally, my inert Batman 1/6 scale Ben Affleck is on pre-order, so when it does come in, I'd love to find a way to merge the head sculpt from that one, the Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne head sculpt from that one, onto the Hot Toys 2.0. Again, it is just a thought right now. I don't think it's going to be possible, but if it is, I would love to. I think from the production photos, that head sculpt on a bat suit will just absolutely pair extremely nicely. My kudos to Jazzinc. They only made 250 of these, and it's an honor to have one. I've now got all of the Batman v Superman stuff, or Jazzinc Batman v Superman stuff, all in my collection, and I'm getting it all ready for a crazy amazing display. So check back. Once I have the DF120s, they will be all displayed, and I may show you guys at that point. Anyways, guys, if you do have your chance to get somehow get this diorama, 100% go out and get it. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this. I will be back with more great content coming very soon, as well as a really cool series that I've really been working on for quite a long time. If you did enjoy it, leave a like rating, subscribe to my channel for more great content. I got Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok. Links to those will be down below. Thanks all, and I'll see you next time in the Fortress.